are live.
All right.
Alrighty.
Okay. So the prep part, sorry, I just got a text from my mother. So I think the hardest thing for me is I know how to do the problem, but when they ask me the question, I don't know what they're asking me for. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Like, you know the formula and you know how to find the answers, but you don't know which one, you don't know what it's asking which time.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, do you want the Z-score for this one, or do you want, like, what are you wanting? You know, or
Yeah,
what
I feel.
else they ask for. You know, so that's what I have found myself having a hard time with. So I'm hoping we can push through the rest of the prep assignment because I struggled through the first part
Yeah,
quite a bit.
I did too.
Okay, so for part 2, we're starting. Okay, so that's number 6, right?
Yeah. So for number 6A, I mean, that one was just fill in the blank, which was not bad. And then B, so it wants to know what proportion of people who take the quantitative portion of the GRE will score above 165. So for me, I was thinking that's like we have to look at the bell curve or whatever and find out what part of the bell curve would be above 165. But I don't know, like, I know, I don't know. I don't know how we would find that. I know there's a formula. I don't know which one we're supposed to use. I'm kind of in the same boat as you. Hey, Tristan. I'm kind of working on some homework. It needs to be a little bit quieter, okay? Thank you, buddy.
Okay. I am trying to. So did you go to the group meeting that you had on Wednesday?
No, I can never go to the group meetings because I work late on Wednesdays.
Okay. I was just wondering because I went to the group meeting and whenever he goes through it, I'm like, oh yeah, I get it. And during the group meeting, he did this thing with like one of the questions, and I'm trying to decide if that's what he's looking for if it's like the same kind of question. So
Okay.
I'm wondering if we need to find the Z-score
Okay.
first. So the first thing that he said to do was to always like draw out like the bell curve and stuff. Let me try to see. Let me see if I can let's try and work through this. Okay, so we have the mean. Okay, we have the mean, and the mean is 160.8. Okay, and standard deviation is 8.8. Okay, and then we're trying to figure out what proportion. Okay, what proportion of the people who take the quantitative portion of the GRE will score above 165. So that is, I'm pretty sure that's the Z-score let me look at my notes. So we do the observed value minus the mean all over the standard deviation, and then that's the Z-score. So the observed value is 165, right? Minus
Right.
150.8 all over 8.8, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the our Z-score. So let's find that first, and then we'll try and go from there.
So 165 minus the mean, which is 1.8.
So I got 1.614. I think he
That's
saying go to
what I got to.
Okay.
1.61.
I'm wondering how many decimal. Does it say on here how many decimal points you want us to go out to?
It didn't say, but in the reading, it usually did the next two after the decimal. That's what I would guess.
Okay, cool. So then from there, we say, so then from there, so that's our distance, like how spread out the data is. So then we would do, so if you draw the bell curve, you know, you do like 150.8 minus 1.614, right? And that would be your next, like your next line down below on your bell curve. I don't know. Does that make any sense?
I'm not gonna lie, it's not you. This is just where I'm lost because I'm like.
So you see, I drew like my bell curve like that.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so then like the next one down, so you do, so the middle is the 150.8 because that's the mean, right? That one's always in the middle. And then,
Right.
so, you know, we learned about like the, what is that rule called? I need to write it down.
65, 90,
95, 97, or 99.7 rule, that rule.
97. Yeah,
So
that
you
one.
use that on like every single, or at least every problem that I've done, I've been using it. So
Yeah.
the 150.8, I do 150.8 minus 1.614. And then I get 149.186. So that's like my next line. 149.1.
Right now you're applying the 65, 99, whatever rule.
Right. So like I'm doing like, so I do my middle line on my bell curve and then I do 3 lines on each side. So right now I'm doing like the next line down from the 150. And then after that, and then I'm going to subtract the 1.614 from the 149.186 that I just got for that next line. So confusing. Probably doesn't make any sense to you. I'm probably totally throwing you off your game. Right? Not making any sense, right?
You there?
Yep, I'm here.
All right. Sorry, my connection is kind of bad. It's not terrible, but apparently it's not that great.
Not good enough for the Google Hangouts error or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do this really quick and then I'm gonna kind of try and show you
Okay.
what I did so that maybe, cause I don't know, like what kind of learner are you? Are you like a visual learner? Are you like a kinetic? Like
I'm
you have to do it?
I'm like that. I need to do it and do it correctly and walk myself through the process, and then I get it.
Okay. So, okay, can you see? I don't know. The light's all weird again. I try to like angle it. Can you see it at all?
A little bit. It's kind of blurry.
Okay. So like I did my middle line or whatever, and then I subtracted what we got the z-score. And then
So you subtract the z-score from
the middle, from the mean.
Yeah, from the middle, from the mean.
And then you get that number, and then you subtract the z-score again. And then you put that number down on the next line. Then you subtract the z-score again from that. And then you put on the next line. And then you go the other direction, and then you do it, you know, from the 150.8 plus 1.614. And then those are your percentage points. You know what I mean?
That makes sense.
The 60, the 95, and the 99.7. So once we figure that out, I think we'll be able to figure out which portion of the people will be above the 165.
All right. So, let me do this for a second.
I hope I'm not just confusing you.
No, that made a lot of sense, actually. I appreciate it.
Because I feel like I'm more of a confused, like with math, I can explain other things, but with math, I'm not so good at getting my point across.
Math is like one of the hardest things to explain, though. Okay, so did you get, so going backwards, it would be 158, 150.8, 149.2, 147.6, and then did you get 146?
I got 145.9. So yeah, 146
Okay.
rounded. Yeah.
Okay, so far I'm doing it right then.
Yes, you are.
Okay, see, you explained it well.
See, that's what I got right there. So, but now I'm trying to figure out how we're gonna apply it, because then when you do the three numbers up, I only got up to 155, and it's asking which proportion of people would be above 165. So I'm trying to figure out how we figure that out. So let me.
Yeah, I got 155 too.
Okay, cool. So let me look. One, two, says less than or above. It has above. Okay.
1 second, I'm gonna plug my computer real fast. It's dying. Okay.
Okay, so I guess this is one that we would use did you see what is that thing called? That applet thing?
Yeah, I don't have any idea how to use the applet.
Okay. So he kind of taught us how to use it. So maybe I can I'm not very like confident in my skills in using it, but I do have an idea of how to use it.
Okay.
So we got for our Z-score. So if you open up that applet, did it show how to open it up? Do you have it open?
No, I don't. If I like Google it, will it come up or?
So if you're in your book and you go
Yeah, my book.
you can either there's like a link in there, or you can just go to like on the left, the main page where it has like, the main page schedule data files, like right there on the left at the top. You click
Yeah.
so you click main page, you click course resources, and then you scroll down to the normal probability applet. Do you see it?
I see quantitative data 1, data 2, categorical data, and bivariate data. I don't see that one.
Let me open up my book again. Make sure I'm telling you right. Main page. Course resources. Okay, so you clicked main page on the left, right? That's like right under Idaho, and then the first one you click like the course resources, right? And then
Oh,
you see.
and then the normal probability applet.
Yes, that one.
Okay.
So then it opens that up, and then you. Okay, not what I want. So then we're looking for. Okay, so then we put in we plug in our things, So our Z-score we got.
And so then it takes you to that. So you just go to the app that's on the link right here.
Right. So then you put in your score, and then you're supposed to highlight
so you can change the Z-score and it changes the thing for you.
Right. And then you click on the part that they're asking for. So they're asking for who got above that, our Z-score, right? And then so you put your Z-score in, and then you see at the top it says area 0.0533. That's our answer.
Our answer is, I got 0.1074.
When you put in the 1.614 into the Z. Oh, did you click? Let me look at it. Did you click on the? Okay, so you know how you have your line or whatever, and then you
Uh-huh.
highlight different ones blue. If you click it.
Click, say that one more time.
So if you click on any part of the like the curve or whatever, or the underneath the curve,
Yeah,
when it blue, right? It'll like highlight it blue.
right.
So it's asking in the question who got above a 165, or like what proportion got above a 165. So you click above that high Z score on that right side. So you click like that middle area. It's like right next to the line. Did you see
Okay.
that? And then did it change the number at the top for your area?
Yeah, I changed it to 1.
Really?
Yeah, I think there's something I'm missing. So I typed in the Z-score, and the Z-score was 1.61. Or, yeah, no. Yeah,
Yep, 1.61. Yeah.
1.61.
Or I put 1.614 in. That's what I put in.
Okay, maybe I'll change things. 1.614.
Yep. And then you push enter. And then
And it automatically changes it to a negative.
so does it, do you have it on both sides? Let me see if I can
I do have it on both sides. Am I supposed to? Okay. 1.614. 1.614.
What?
Okay,
can you see mine?
I'm eating my cereal.
let me see if I can.
Can you see like my applet?
Yeah, mine does not look like that at all.
Really?
Really.
Okay, do you see the left like screen share thing? I want to see what yours looks like.
All right, let me see if I can do this.
The green arrow or whatever. I just want to see if you can figure it out, because it's, I mean, you got to get it working right so you can. It's not working right now.
Okay, I'm gonna share the entire screen. Preparation assignment.
I have the
Um,
Tiger Cruise at 8:30.
yes, let's do that.
Text to Dad and let him know.
Share. All right, can you see it?
Let me look at it. Yes. Okay. So you see how your whole thing is highlighted blue?
Yes.
Okay. So unclick the middle. Like click it again. Okay. Now unclick this one right here. On the left. Unclick that one.
Unclick this one.
Like, yeah, the blue part. Okay. And then put your Z-score in one more time. To the 1.614. Now push enter. See? So do you see what I'm saying? When it asks if it's greater than, or who got the higher score or whatever, who got higher than this, you want to do that right end. You want to highlight it blue so that it tells you the answer for that part of it, that percentage or that proportion of it.
Okay.
So
So the blue, it's abstract, but the process is making sense.
right. So the blue part is the part that is the answer. So
Okay.
that's where you want. So like if it said who got below this score, you would put it like if it were below 150. If it were below 153, okay, then you would not highlight that right part. You would make that part white, and then you would put the middle part and that other end part blue, and that would be your answer.
And you would do that because on the graph we drew on our papers, 150 was the middle.
That's right.
Okay. All right. That makes more sense.
Okay. How do I unscreen share?
Oh, it's probably me. I have to unscreen share it.
No, like mine was on there too. But now I'm like seeing. Okay. Cool.
Let me try this and see if it works. That
Cool.
work?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we got
Hopefully.
that first part of it. Okay. So now we're looking at the next one, right? Okay.
Yes.
So the next one is if a student score is the 10th percentile, what would their corresponding Z-score be? So for this one, we would,
Are we still going to use the applet for that?
yeah, we would use the applet again. But this is, I struggle with the percentile thing. So I have to kind of do this one.
I understood percentiles when it was on the box and whisker thing, but I don't know, on an applet it's confusing.
I'm confused
Um,
because I'm trying to figure out like where do we plug the percentile in to make sure we're getting the right number.
Don't know. I might be missing something, but I don't feel like the reading covered this in depth.
He went over I think like in the meeting on Wednesday he did do a percentile problem, but I don't remember.
There was something about it in the video tutorials that I watched, but I didn't.
Well, so I'm looking at the key right now.
That's a good
And
idea.
the Z-score that they have is not what we got for the first question, and that's why I'm confused. We got the first question completely right,
Okay.
but we're using the same information for this question, and I'm trying to understand why the Z-score would be different for this one.
So
Like you see how the score on there, it says it's like 1.28. I don't know why it'd be 1.28.
So the mean wouldn't. So what would change if we changed the percentile? The mean wouldn't change.
Right. The mean would stay the same.
And the standard deviation, would that change?
How spread out it is. I don't know.
Because in the picture that it's showing underneath, get really close to the screen because I have bad eyesight. The area that it shows is like 1,000, and then the blue is on the left side. I just don't know how they got that. Oh, this class is not good for my brain.
I know it makes my brain hurt too.
It's just really abstract. Like I'm looking at stuff, and I
Yeah.
just have no idea what I'm doing. Like even if I know the formula, I have no idea what it's for or like what I'm finding out.
We did the Z-score for this one, so we're using this information right here for like all these questions right here. We're at, like on B, okay? So the first one we did right. We got the Z-score, and then we highlighted the right part of the applet and got the proportions, right? Okay. So then for the second one,
Brandon, can you give me some water?
looking at the key, and it's saying if a student's score is the 10th percentile, what would their corresponding Z-score be? Okay. I don't understand how I'm supposed to get the solution to that. What am I changing to get a different Z-score? Do you understand what I'm talking about?
Is that a build off from the previous one now?
It's a build off from this information that we have right here.
Is that distribution correct?
Which one?
Freedom? That distribution down there?
This? Yes.
See what the distribution shows?
Yeah.
1.6136.
6136. Right down here. Okay. What is it like? What is the 10th percentile? What does that mean?
That just means 10% of the data.
So what do I do? What do I do to get the F? That's what I'm asking.
So that this is the correct distribution, right?
Yeah.
So what's 1
Wait,
point?
but why is the z-score different right here? Don't understand. Yeah, right there. It's that one. Isn't it? It is a 9.
That's it.
One
We want,
point.
we want this one right here. 1.20. 1.28. 1.2. And then this is
8.
1.28. Yeah, this one's the closest to the 10 percentile.
Why do I need this?
Why do you need that?
What is that? Okay, sorry, Lexi. I'm trying to help us figure out.
So 10% means out of 100%, you have 10%. That's it. That's all the data that you're looking to
Okay.
gather. 10% of the data, right? So this is 0% of the data, and then this right here will be 10% of the data.
But
So
what
when
am I using that number for?
This is the z-score over here. 1.28.
I still don't know.
You're trying to find the z-score.
I don't understand. Okay. Can you please?
Fine.
Okay. So Spencer, like, I told you he took stat.
Yeah.
Okay. So he has like this chart thing from like one of his books. I don't think we have a chart like this. Like this has been given to us in our book.
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
But
But it's the Holy Grail.
it's
It looks like it.
pretty awesome. But I have a hard time correlating the chart with what like we're supposed to be doing. Like on
Yeah. Hear you on that.
So like on the chart, it gives you the z-score. Like whatever z-score you're looking for, you correlate it with. You basically find it on the chart, and then you make it meet up to the right place, right?
Right.
This is normal distribution. It means every distribution is the exact same amount. A proportion will be the same no matter what distribution it is. Because it says normal distribution, it's a wash. Every single one's going to be the same. Does that help out?
No.
Whether it's talking about GRE, whether it's talking about scores for ACT, whether it's talking about weight, height, hair length, hair thickness, anything. If it says normal distribution, you can use that chart to find your z-score or to find your proportion.
But didn't we already find the z-score?
No, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Why is it different z-score
Then what?
than this up here? Like, why is it different z-score from all this work that we did up here?
Why is what z-score?
We found the z-score for this question right here, right? Okay, so we got our z-score right here, right? Or right here. There's z-score. Okay. This problem. So the next problem has to do with the same data with the standard deviation and the mean and everything.
What does z-score mean?
I have no idea. What does it mean?
Z-score means the percentile. So z-score means where in the data are you 5'8", or are you 4'1", are you 6'2"? If you're 6'2", then you're going to be really high on the z-score. You're going to have a higher z-score than the person that's 4'6", or from the person that's 3 foot tall.
So the z-score changes depending on
The data. The z-score is completely dependent on the piece of data that you're looking at.
So that's why the z-score is different, is because we have different data for this question.
Yeah.
But it says that the data that we're
one that everyone gets, because this is one that everyone uses. When you have a baby, you want to know the growth chart of your baby. So everyone's like, "Oh, my baby is in the 95th percentile." Ha ha ha. Well, that means your baby is really chubby, and that's a good thing. You want your baby to be chubby. So what the z-score is? The z-score is 96%, right?
What? Why is
So
it
that's the percentile that you're looking at. And when you're looking, so if you plug that into your applet, whatever 96% is in the area, that will give you your z-score.
So how do we find this one? What is the quantitative GRE score for a student who scores in the 10th percentile?
Type in 0.1 in your outlet,
Why am I typing in 0.1?
because that's going to be 10%.
Okay, so we go to our applet.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I go to my applet and I type it in right here. Okay, so you go to your area and you type in 0.1. Oh my gosh, it gave me the answer. It
What
worked.
what?
So you go to your applet. Okay, so you know how it says, like, the question is, what is the quantitative GRE score for a student who scores in the 10th percentile?
Right.
So you make the 10th percentile a decimal. You make it 0.1, right? Because it's out of 100.
Yeah.
So you take that number and you put it in your applet in the area spot.
It's 0.1.
Yep, you put 0.1 and then you push enter and then it gives you
So
your
that stands for
score.
10%.
So that
So
stands
the score. So oh.
and then it gives
Okay.
you your score.
So this time we were trying to find. Sounds like we went backwards this time.
Well, we got it. So we needed to get our z-score. So our z-score is going to be negative because it's to the the 10th percentile, so it's on the left side,
Right.
So we're gonna. So then this is where we have to solve for x. So we have to make. Can you tell your daughter to stop it?
Check in. Olivia, come here.
Can you tell her not to be so loud?
Olivia, can you shut our door, please? Can you shut the door, please? Thank you.
Sorry, it's always chaos at my house.
No worries.
Okay.
So then the quantitative GRE score for a student who scores in the 10th percentile. So now we want a score for the student who scores in the percentile we just found.
Right. Well, right.
I agree.
Negative 2.8. Let me look at it one more time. Okay. Question. What is the quantitative GRE score for a student who scores in the 10th percentile?
Yes. So now you know it's the 10th percentile, but you don't know what the student score is.
So she's
So
right.
that's
So we're
X.
looking for the score.
You're trying to solve for X.
So we're doing the z-score, so negative 1.282 equals x minus the mean.
You? Yeah.
Okay. X minus 150.8 over
Standard deviation.
8.8. Does that make any sense, Lexi?
Kind of. So we're trying to find the score. So in order to do that, we have to take the z-score that we just found
Right.
and subtract the mean, probably the 150.8.
Equal to, so you have to make that equal to, because we're trying to find, we had to put an x in the equation to find the score, right? So 1.282, negative 1.282 equals x minus 150.8, because 150.8 is our mean.
Why is it negative? Oh.
And then over our standard deviation, 8.8. Does that make any sense?
Yeah. So it's the same formula. We just changed the z-score to be the 10th percentile z-score that we found just now.
Right. So then we have to solve for x.
All right.
Okay, Cameron's crying. You're not silly. You've just taken stats 3 times. I think we overthink things. 11, 42, 8 equals. Where's the now? I'm doing this right.
Can I help you with anything else so I can hear you?
No, so this is gonna take a while. We have to do this is just the prep part, and then we have to take the quiz.
All right, I have no idea if I got the right answer, but I have an answer.
I'm still trying to do my algebra. For some reason, I'm really bad at applying my algebra skills.
I'm bad at every part of math.
Okay, what did you get?
17.
You added 8.8 to
Didn't
positive 1.2.
add it. That's
And you
multiplying.
subtract it. You subtract 8.8 by negative 8. Sorry, 1.28. You added those together. You added them.
Wait,
You're supposed to
Why
subtract
am
them
I
because this is a negative, not a positive.
subtracting what?
8.8 minus.
Why is that minus? This is negative. This is like I'm trying to get rid of this. This is like multiplying.
You still have to bring it across. Or you multiply.
Yeah,
Did you come up with a negative 11?
That's my problem. Okay. Gotta figure this out. Whoa. I'm like way off of what you got. What did you get?
17.
I got 139.5184.
That's quite a difference.
Goodbye. I need 2 things. Thank you.
Okay, so let me walk you through what I did, and you can tell me if I did it right, because I don't think I did. So I had negative 0.1282 equals x minus 150.8 divided by 8.8. And so I times 8.8. Oh, I forgot to times it on both sides.
Yeah,
Not-
times it on that one side and then on the other side. And then I screwed up because I forgot to multiply it by a negative. So then then I got negative, when you multiply those, the 8.8 times the negative 1.282. You
Yeah.
get negative 11.2816.
Uh-huh.
So that's exactly where you probably just, everything kind of got all willy-willy.
Yeah, let me try this one more time now that I see what I did wrong.
I really am seriously sorry that my house is crazy.
Oh, don't be. I'm not at my apartment. I'm at my actual house. And
Your parents live in Idaho Falls then?
what's that?
Your parents live in Idaho Falls?
Hmm.
So you're from Idaho Falls then?
Yeah, I was working in Idaho Falls today, and so I was like, I have a meeting, so I'll just stay here and go back up after. So
So nice. I had a roommate that was from, I think she lived in Rigby, so she did that a lot.
it is nice. I love it. Okay, so 8, 9, 8. Hmm. And now it's time to do some math.
What are the kids doing?
Friends, please. We got stopped by a train. This is the longest train in the world.
Mm-hmm.
The train comes all the way down to the very last car,
And it stops.
and it stops right before it goes. And it stayed there for 30 minutes.
You weren't gone that long.
We were out for 30 minutes.
Holy crap. Alright, I totally messed up again. Okay,
You know
so,
what part?
yeah, kind of. Okay.
So did you get the negative 11.2816?
Yeah, I did get that.
Okay. So once you get that, so that negative 11 equals x minus 150.8.
Yeah,
Add 150 to get rid of that 150.
yeah.
And you add 150 to negative 11.2816. And when you add that together, then you get your answer of 139.5184.
What did you get?
139.5184.
Okay. I think I forgot a negative. I got 162. One second. I swear I'm close here.
You're good. I get it.
There we go. 139.52. Okay. Wow. That took some work.
Yeah, but now you get it though, right?
Now I do get it, yes.
Okay. I think I kind of get it until they ask me it on a test, and then I'm like, what?
All right.
The mean speed of hydrogen at room temperature is 1800 meters per second with a standard deviation of 60. Okay, so it's just that A is just fill in the blank of mean.
Oh, good. I like fill in the blank.
I wish every test had more like that.
All right. Be nice.
Take care of him. You guys should go watch TV.
I know when I'm not working.
What?
Don't call me.
Whatever.
What is the probability that a randomly selected particle has a speed over 2,500 meters per second?
All right. So I think we're doing the same thing. To find the
I
Z-score.
think we need to go to that whatever it's called thing.
All right, I need to start. I swear, I use so much paper in this class.
Right? That's how I kind of am feeling.
Mean is.
So we got to find the Z-score first, right?
Right.
Okay. At least I know how to do that. Right.
Right? Yeah. Okay.
Okay, did you get the z-score to be 1.17?
Hold on 1 second. Where did that? Log in. What did you get?
1.17?
Yep.
Okay, good. Made me feel a lot better. All right. And then that has the area at 0.121. 0.121. 0.10.
Okay, what was the question again? It was
The probability that a randomly selected particle has a speed over 2,500.
so that's on the so then we highlight the right side,
Yeah.
right? Okay. And so yours says 0.1216 for the area.
Mine says 0.121.
Yeah, you're right. I read it. For some reason today I like see the first number every time there's a number. Doesn't matter where it is. I see it and then I don't say it. Like I'm like writing. So I've been doing it all day. Oh my god.
Totally fine. I swear it's totally fine. This is the mean. The mean is 1,800. So it's going to be.
Okay, so we got that. All right. So then C is okay. So C is just highlighting the other part, right?
What is the probability that a randomly selected particle has a speed that is less than? Yeah, so everything that's not the blue part.
So then we would just say that is 0.8784 then.
I got 0.879.
I don't know. Change it manually.
You got 0.8 what?
I got 0.8784 because I highlighted everything. So since our mean is 1,800 and it's asking what's below the 2,500 level, I highlighted the middle and then the left part because that's the part that it's asking about.
I highlighted that too. I'm still getting 0.87. Let me check and make sure they didn't change. Is your z-score still 1.70?
Oh no, my z-score is 1. I use the same z-score that we got last time, 1.167.
I didn't get 1.67. I got 1.17.
Oh, that's just because you rounded another number up. Like you did 1.17. So I rounded because my number was 1.1666666 when I did the z-score. And so I just moved a few more decimal points out, that's all.
So that's why our areas are off then.
Okay, so maybe we always have to do, do we have to do 3 decimal points over?
I don't know. It always changes on the quiz.
It does, like it's not consistent at all.
No. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe let's just go with 2 because that seems to be the most common one. I don't know.
Quiz. Because I already took the homework quiz to see if I could do it.
Yeah.
It said at the top to always round to 3 decimal points unless otherwise specified.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, that's that though.
Now that I think about it.
All right, so then I'm going to change my z-score to match yours. So 1.667.
Did you do 1.167?
Oh, whoops. Nope, I didn't. 1.167. There we go. All right, so your area is 0.8784.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we match now.
Cool.
What is the probability that a randomly selected particle has a speed that is less than 1500? That's a great question.
Okay, we need to find z-score again. So we're gonna do 1500 minus 1800 this time over 600. Okay,
I got 0.5.
I got negative 0.5.
I did too. Sorry. Negative 0.5.
You're good. Want to make sure we get the same thing. Okay, so then we need to do our little applet thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
And then if 1800 is in the middle, you want to take that out.
0.5.
For your area, did you get 0.3085?
I need to make sure I'm highlighting the right part. I can't remember. Okay, so we need to just highlight that left part right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got 0.3085.
Awesome. This is making sense.
Cool. Okay, and I checked it with the answer key and we got it right.
That's awesome. That makes me feel better about my whole life.
We're surviving, right?
That's right. We are surviving.
Might be barely, but we're doing it.
What is the probability that a randomly selected particle has a speed that is between 1500 and 200 or 2500? Would we need to redo the z-score, or could we keep the one we have because it gave us 2?
We can keep that z-score, I think. Wait. This is where
So would we just do the middle then?
we would do um I do not know what we would do for this problem.
Because I would think, so it says in between 1500, the left side, and 25, which is the right side. So I would think it would be everything in the middle. But maybe we need to go back to the 1.67 z-score. I don't know.
Okay. Why is it right when I feel like I'm getting it? Like I always get thrown off.
I don't know, but I feel that way too.
Okay. I'm gonna tell Brother Balls that we need a math whiz in our group.
Yeah, I think that would be good. Maybe Tony is a math whiz. He just needs to give us his Gmail.
Right? Ah. Okay. Because I have no idea what we're supposed to do on it. Oh, the answer key.
Yeah, I'm looking at the answer key too.
It says we subtract the probability that x is less than 1500. Okay.
Okay.
We subtract it from the 2500 one. And where did you see that 0.08783 number right there?
Yes.
Where did they get that?
I don't have a clue. They've got, so they're doing this weird proportion I don't really understand. P 1500 is less than X, which is less than 2500, which equals PX less than 2500 minus PX less than 1500. So I guess we have to solve that. There's two
We have to take this.
variables. How on earth could you?
So we have to take the area, or we have to take the area that we got from question C
Mm-hmm.
and the area that we got from question B, and we subtract it. So we do the 0.8783 minus the 0.3085, because those are the areas, like that's the area we got for the last one that we did, right?
Right. Oh, okay, I see. So you're subtracting the two areas.
But I would have never guessed that without.
Well, to be fair, he does say the concept of subtracting these may be new to the students. Many groups will probably need specific help on this problem.
Maybe they should explain it before we have to do it.
Right? I agree.
Making me crazy. Okay. So then,
Then you get 0.5698. So is that the answer? That looks like the answer.
0.30. Yep. That's what it says the answer is right there. I guess that's what we're supposed to do.
Guess so. All right.
We'll go with it. We'll go with
Yeah, let's just do it.
it. Okay.
What is the third quartile of the speeds of the hydrogen at room temperature? We're back to the quartiles. How terrible.
Quartiles are what confuse me. Did they confuse you?
They confuse me, yes.
No, the
Your
percentile.
husband said the third quartile just means 3%, right?
Third quartile. Well, so if we're talking quartiles, that's like on the box plot, right?
That's what I thought.
So then,
Oh, hang on. If you look at the answer key, it says the third quartile is actually the 75th percentile.
we're just supposed to know that. I
I
mean,
guess.
it makes sense. Like logically, when I see the answer, it makes sense. But like, if I were given this question on a test, I would never think, oh, that's the 75th percentile. I get it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
no, I never would have. Huh.
Like that would have never crossed my mind ever, not in a million years.
No, I'm not a math thinker.
Neither.
I think in theories of sociology. That's how I think. This is the value of the speed that is as large or larger than the 75% of the speeds. So in the OW, whatever it's called, we do the middle side and the left side. And it comes out to 0.6915. Is that right? The applet, that's what I meant.
Okay, so the numbers that we put in the applet though,
Yeah.
where, I guess my confusion is where do we, like what numbers are we putting into the applet to get the answer? You know,
I guess I would assume the same. Like what z-score?
on
The z-score they have, I have no idea how they got that.
yeah, I don't know.
So the area, oh. So remember how when he was talking about for the 10, your husband, he was like, at the top for the area you put in 0.1.
Mhm.
For the 10th percentile?
Yeah. We would put,
So we do the same thing, but for the 75th percentile.
okay, so we would put in 0.75 then.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh man,
Okay. We got it. That's the right answer.
you got it, not me.
Well, your husband.
Oh,
Your husband got it.
he's pretty much tutoring me through this class.
You're lucky. None of my roommates are taking statistics, and my siblings are all smaller than me.
Yeah, I have 3 younger siblings, and I'm always the one that's tutoring them and everything.
Yeah. All right. Now we're doing this weird thing.
Okay, then solve for x. What does that mean? Okay,
Determine whether the data represented in these QQ plots are normally distributed or not. Record your answer and justify it. I'm
okay.
really tempted to just like guess.
Determining them is pretty easy. So basically, he said if it has any sort of like curve that makes it like go like like kind of plateau a little bit or whatever.
If it plateaus,
Kind of like if it's like, so if you're looking at the graph and you basically want to draw a straight line, like a diagonal line,
uh-huh.
just like straight, and if it curves off of that line like significantly, then it would be,
Unusual.
yeah, like a not normal distribution. So like 2q plot 1,
Would
that's
probably be normal.
yeah.
It's not normal.
The first one, like or plot A,
Yeah.
that's not normal because it doesn't follow a straight line, like diagonal straight line.
Oh, okay.
And then plot B is not normal either because it has like a curve in it.
Yeah.
So that one's not normal.
But would C be normal because it follows
Yeah,
pretty-
plot C, he said, somebody asked about this one. He said he would call that one normal because it generally stays in line, you know?
Yeah. So would that be the same as plot D? Because they're pretty.
Yeah, plot D is, I would say, is normal as well. And then E, he said not normal because it has that curve in it.
Oh yeah.
But that was their question is C and E. They were like, well, C looked like, they look like they both should be normal. But he said, give the benefit of the doubt. He says that one looks pretty straight, but if you look at the answers, it says it's not normal.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's because it has that curve, that little bump curve in it. It's like one curve,
I see it.
So,
So would that be normal because there's not really any curves?
yeah. So normal, it's like pretty much straight.
Mm-hmm.
Not normal, it has like a curve in it.
Okay.
That's kind of how he explained it. So F would be normal.
All right. So do you think we're ready for the quiz?
Oh my gosh, we finished it. I thought we still had like 8 more questions. I thought I was gonna cry. Well, I guess we can try it, right?
It's almost 9:30. I would cry if we had 8 more problems.
I know. I'm like ready for bed. I'm like, this is like, and math is like the worst to be doing at night. I swear.
It really is. In fact, I don't honestly feel like there's a good time ever to do math.
No, I think we could just skip over math wholly and it would be fine.
You can just have people like your husband who just understand it and love it, and they can just do it.
I agree. I completely agree.
And I will help with our sociology needs, and that can be my job.
I actually married him that he really likes math, like he enjoys math.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure I would have failed. I met him my first semester up there at BYU Idaho, and I'm pretty sure I would have failed my math 180 class. the real world math class?
I remember that class. I think of it fondly as I'm doing dishes or something I hate.
Yeah, you're like, "Ugh, why did I have to take that class? That's what I do.
Seriously. All right, let's do this.
Okay, start. Yes. Okay. Yes. Yes. Okay, the total area under a density curve
Must equal 1. I remember that.
I know that answer. Yeah.
Yay!
I understand that answer. It makes sense to me.
I understood that reference.
Yes. Okay. Under certain circumstances, a density curve can drop below the x-axis.
False. So far, this has not been too bad.
Yeah, then we'll start. We'll start crying. Don't worry, I'm
Yeah, it's gonna get. Normal density curve is symmetric. Yes.
Okay. Use the following image to answer question 6 and 7. And the tears are starting. Okay. Which of the following elements of the figure represents the z-score in this image? Ooh, I know this one. It's C.
B. Yay! So far, not so bad.
Okay. Which of the following elements of the figure represents the probability that the z-score will be greater than 1? Okay.
That's an interesting question. Which of the following elements of the figure represents the probability that the z-score will be greater than 1?
Yep. So it says greater, so it's going to be B. Not quite
Say
good.
that again.
So it says it's going to be greater. So if it says greater, you know.
It's going to be the B, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, my family's watching a movie. So I think it's B.
Yep, it's B.
Okay.
Okay. Number 8.
All right, about to get harder, I can tell.
68, 95, 99.7 rule. What proportion of the data from a bell-shaped distribution will be within 1 standard deviation of the mean?
That would be the 68, right?
Yep.
Sweet.
Okay. Suppose that z-scores come from a standard normal distribution. Use the normal applet to answer this question. What proportion of the values from this random variable will be between -1 and 1? Give your answer as a decimal accurate to 3 decimal places. Okay. Okay. They come from a standard distribution, so it's symmetrical.
Okay. Suppose the z-score comes from a standard normal distribution. Use the applet to answer this question. What proportion of the value from this random variable will be between 1 and -1? Give your answer as a decimal accurate to 3 decimal places. Wait, so they didn't give us any variables, so we're just picking a variable?
I'm guessing we. Okay.
Because it feels like it's answering what proportion, in other words, the area of the value from this random variable, and I don't know what the random variable is it's talking about, from a random variable would be between -1 and 1. Wouldn't it be all of it? I don't understand that.
Okay, this is what I'm trying to. I guess I'm like justifying in my mind. So I'm
Okay.
like, give us the variables -1 and 1, right?
Right.
We plug those into the z-score, like on the
Oh.
number line, and then click the middle part of it that says, because that's what's in between it, and then that's our answer.
Okay, so
The point.
probability would be 0.841.
You got 0.841.
Yes. What did you get?
Middle part highlighted blue.
Oh, I didn't highlight all of it. Okay. So it just wants,
Between -1 and 1.
so we would unhighlight the left and the right.
Right.
So it would be 0.6827.
That's what I think.
Okay, that makes sense.
So we're supposed to round to what, 3?
Yes. So 0.683 then.
That's what I got. 0.683.
You know, I'm on Google Hangouts. If you want to come over here, you could be in my video that's going to be broadcast in my class. Wanna do that?
okay.
Oh, okay then.
I just want my cat.
0.683. Okay, that makes sense. Sweet.
Oh, I put it in the wrong spot. For a second, sorry. Okay. All right. What number are we on?
10.
Okay, cool.
Suppose that the z-scores come from a standard normal distribution. Use the applet to answer this question. What proportion of the value from this random variable would be between 2 and -2? Okay, so we're doing the same thing, but with 2.
And we'll just say that it's really right because that's what we're doing.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so I got 0.955 rounded, right?
Yes, that's what I got too.
Okay. Okay. Number 11. Suppose that the z-scores come from the standard normal distribution. Use the normal applet to answer the question. What proportion of the values from this random variable is between -3 and 3?
Okay, so this is not so bad so far, if we're doing this right. Yeah, if we're doing this right, this is not that bad. This is almost really good. I got 0.997.
Yep, that's what I got too.
Okay.
Okay. Look carefully at your answers to the last 3 questions. What do you observe? They match that rule.
As the z-score increases, the area between the z negative and the z increase, the probabilities double. Well, they definitely don't double.
No, they match the values because if you look at them, it's like 8 or 9 is 0.683, so that's 68%. 10 is 95.5, so that's the 95% rule.
Yeah, I think you're right.
11 is the 99.7 rule.
Yeah.
Because I mean, or am I just like thinking things?
No, I think you're right. That's the one that made the most sense to me because the other two don't make sense at all.
Cool. So now we are on number 13.
Mm-hmm. Looks like it's about to get harder.
Oh, yeah. Y'all ready for this?
The amount of protein that an individual must consume is different for every person. There are solid theoretical ideas that suggest that the protein requirement will be normally distributed in the population of the US. The protein requirement is given in terms of the number of grams of good quality protein that must be consumed each day per kilogram body of weight. The population mean protein requirement for adults is 0.66 GP times kg -1. Oh my heavens. And the population standard deviation is 0.07 that thing.
Yeah.
Use this information to answer questions 14 through 17.
Oh my god.
That looks really complicated.
Yeah.
Shree, I will be right back, okay?
Sounds good.
1 second. Okay. I knew this quiz was too easy.
Mhm.
All right, so maybe the GPKG -1D thing
You
is
have
just
to disregard it.
is what?
You just have to disregard it. It's just like
Like
a
a
bit-
label.
like saying like 66 grams or 66 pounds.
Yeah, I think yeah.
You just like it just makes it look complicated.
Oh yeah, they definitely succeeded in making it look complicated and scary.
They try. I think we're good.
All right, so then we'll just do it like normal.
Yes.
What proportion of the population have a protein requirement that is less than 0.60? So we've got to find the z-score, right?
Yes, that's what I did. I think
Okay, give me 1 second, because you are already there. Wait, 60 minus 0.66 over 0.07 here. 0.60. Did you get negative 0.86?
Yep.
Okay, good. So then we're going to put that in the applet.
Yes. So my thing is now. So it's asking, you put your z-score in. I put in 0.857,
Yeah, me too.
and then do we only do that very left portion because the mean is 0.66, and it would highlight some of the parts that are above it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, that's a good point. The
So we
mean.
can only do the very left side, right? I mean, is that logically correct? Like, does that make sense?
So then it would be 0.1957.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I think you're right because the mean is super close to the not the z-score, but the x, the variable.
Right. So then we would only just, yeah, I think it's the 0.19. So we do 0.196.
Yeah, 0.196.
Okay. So then the next one is the same number that they gave us, except it's asking that is more.
So we don't have to change anything except for we need to go change the applet.
Right. So we need to highlight that part. So for that one, do we only highlight the right side? Or do we Ugh.
more than 0.60. The middle is 0.66.
Ugh.
I feel like that's not exact enough. It's
Right.
going to be in there a little bit.
Yeah. So then we would just do the right side. It would be the 0.196 again, right?
Yeah, I think so. 0.196. Yep.
Okay. Okay. See, now it's asking, okay, so now we have to find the z-score for the 0.7, right?
Yep. Okay. Which is going to be
Okay, I got 0.571.
you got 0.571.
Yeah.
Me too.
Okay, so now let's go plug it in.
And they want less than 0.70. So the left side,
What do we do? So the middle is the 0.66, right?
right?
And our standard deviation is, okay, so 0.66 plus 0.07. So the next step up is 0.73. So
The middle and the left?
asking less than 0.7.
Less than 0.7. So the middle is 6.6. That would be 0.66. Standard deviation 0.07. Did you get that the next one over would be 0.59? Negative 59?
Below it.
Yeah.
I have not done that one. Let me check it.
You want that.
Yeah, my calculator.
And then if you did
6 minus
six,
0.07. Yeah, I did. The 0.5.
then- and then the next one over on the other side would be 0.73.
Yeah.
So
So
it wouldn't be all of it. And yet,
that's confusing.
would it be all of it?
I don't know.
That's 6.6. That's 0.73. So maybe, okay, maybe it's just the middle and the left side.
So you think we should include the middle?
I think so.
I think you're right.
Okay. So it's 0.716.
Okay, but on the other ones, when we decided not to do the middle, and just so I'm just trying to figure out, because we find the z-score. That z-score is, I don't know. Do you think we justified it the right way?
For 13 and 14?
Uh-huh. Like, it makes me a little nervous that they're like,
That they're the same answer?
uh-huh.
Makes me nervous too.
Look at something.
What proportion of the population have a protein requirement that is less than 0.60? So 0.66 is in the middle. And the next one down is 5.9, which is probably about as close as you're going to get to 6.0. So I think that one's right
For which one?
for number 13,
Okay.
but maybe for more than 6.0. So if this is 6.6, this is 6.0. So we took that off and we did this and this one. We could do the middle one and the right one for the second, for number 14. That might make more sense. That might be the one that's off.
Mhm.
Does that make sense?
It's so hard to, you know what I mean?
I do, yeah.
1 second. My son is like crying uncontrollably.
Okay, no worries.
My husband is not very good at people. So I'm gonna go just eat something really quick.
Okay. Okay, let's find Lizzie's score for that. What was that again? It was 0.60 minus 0.66 equals 1.7 equals okay. Canada. This one 0.857. Middle here is 0.66. So that's going to be 0.66 plus 0.73. So 66, 73. And the question is asking what proportion is more than. So more than 0.60. So 0.60 is right here basically. So more than it would be that. Okay. That's probably as close as we're gonna get. Right, sure. 4.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so what did so for number 13, are we justifying?
For number 13, I think we're right. I think it's 0.196. For number 14, I think we were wrong. I think it's 0.804. Because if you do the applet and you change the z-score back to what we had it at 0.857, and you do the middle and the right side shaded, because -1 is as close as we're going to get to 0.60, so everything else would be greater than it, then that would be the answer, and that makes more sense than the one we had before.
Okay, I'm just gonna, yeah,
Just trust me.
I'm just trying to think if I've read anything. I'm gonna look in the book really quick.
Okay.
I don't want my grade to stuck in this class, and it's already starting to stuck. And like, I feel like with most of my classes, I can keep my grades pretty high for like the first few weeks until the middle semester, you know?
Yeah.
This one, like, my grade has dipped so bad.
Mine
Because
too.
I
Mine.
don't get it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just like, I just want to get it.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just looking at the applet part again to see if it gives us any direct examples that might, like, any like clues, like what they highlighted it if it said greater than or less than, right?
Yeah.
So looking at this one, the mean on this problem is 159, and they are highlighting I want to know what's left, like what's less than part of it. There's that number, 169. Okay, so see, this is okay. So I think I might have figured it out.
Okay.
So in the book, on the part where it talks about like the heights and stuff,
Mhm.
one of the questions is it's like so it shows the normal probability applet, and it says the area to the left of our chosen z-score is also the probability that a randomly selected woman will be shorter than the third best. And the number they were going off of was, so the median was 115, or the mean is 159,
Okay.
and their number is 169. So their one and their standard deviation is 4.9. So when I'm looking at the chart, they're saying less than, like to the left part, and they still highlighted the whole middle. They highlighted the whole middle, even though some of those points are like higher than that.
Mhm.
And the 169, they still highlighted that part, the whole entire middle and the left side.
Yeah, I think I agree with that. I think if we highlight the middle and the right side, it gives us the right answer.
So, well, for number 13, so I'm looking at, so for number 13, do you think we should highlight the middle as well? Because that's what I was concerned about. Because it's like the less than, we should highlight the middle and the left part,
For number 13.
right? Number 13 is the lower, less than, right?
Yeah, it's the less than.
So I think maybe it should be 0.804, highlighting the middle and the left. But I don't want to, I feel like, so then 80%, let's try and look at it this way. So then 80% of people would have a protein requirement that is less than this.
0.60.
Does that even make sense? 0.804. Let's do 0.804. And then if we did, I'm gonna try and maybe justify this a little bit. So then,
And then if we did it the other way, it would be like 19%.
and that doesn't add up to 100%. Shouldn't it add up to 100% or not? Or do proportions do that? I mean, it should equal 1. All of it should equal 1.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So then, so if we did, I feel like I'm making this way more complicated than it should be. 804 plus.
I really do think 13 makes sense as 0.196 because it's less than
Okay,
0.60. And so if -1 is 0.60, then less than I feel like the only thing it could be really is the left side. Because if you highlight the middle, that's just too much, I think. But that does make sense for number 14.
okay. Okay, let's do that then.
I'm not confident. It feels,
Feels right, yeah.
it feels right. I don't know.
Okay, cool. That's what I
If I get it wrong, I'm going to feel really bad.
help me. Don't feel bad because we both justified it. Okay, so then we'll do 15, right?
Right? Yeah.
Okay, so then for 15, since that's a less than one, would we do the same? Okay, 15 the z-score, we got 0.571, right?
Yeah, so you have to get the z-score for the point for 0.7. And did we already do that?
For what one?
For number 15? We
Yeah,
already,
we got I got, well, I don't know if we went over it together. I got 0.571 for the z-score for that one.
yeah, me too. So did you get for the answer, did you get 0.716?
Yes,
Okay, awesome.
cool.
All right, now the big complicated one that's going to require order of operations and really hurt my head.
Oh wait, is this, no, this is like that subtraction. Remember how they just subtracted like the two numbers that they got? So I think we would subtract the,
Oh, we just subtract the one we got for the 60 and the
so
70.
we do
Not the
like
complicated order of operations one.
7 minus 0.571.
Awesome is that. Okay.
I got negative 1.428. Just let me, I'm going to look at the example really quick just to make sure that's how we're supposed to do it. I mean, I remember looking at it, but
It's always good to be sure.
even though I'm never sure in math, so don't quote me on anything.
Okay, so that minus point.
Yeah, that's all they did is they just subtracted. Yeah, they just subtracted that first one minus the second one equals that one. Okay, did you get negative 1.428?
Yes.
Okay. So negative. Wait, can probability be negative?
I feel like it can't be. I feel like that was one of the rules of probability.
I feel like you're right.
Let me try it one more time.
Maybe we just need to do it the other way around. That was from the last reading that we had, right? Or what reading was that from?
This reading.
Okay, let's see.
So we have negative 0.857. Then we have minus, wait, so we have a negative minus a negative. Wouldn't that be a positive? I'm losing my mind.
7. Did we get negative 57.571 or
I got negative 8.857.
Okay, for the first one, and then did you get just normal 0.571 for the second one, for the 0.7 problem?
For the 0.70 minus 0.66 divided by 0.07, I got plain old 0.571.
That's what I got too. So then we're subtracting it the right way, right? Because we're supposed to do negative 0.857 minus 0.571, right?
Yeah, so negative
Says,
857.
remember that to find the area between two values, shade the left of each z-score you calculate, and then subtract the smaller area from the larger area. So we're supposed to be doing the area.
Oh, not the z-score.
So we're supposed to be doing the area. So our area, okay, so now we need to go back and say we need to find our area, right?
Yeah, I think so. Okay.
Okay, so for the 0.6, our z-score was
0.857.
okay, and so our area for that one is 0.804. Is that what you got? Oh wait, no. Did we highlight it or not? Which part do we highlight?
How can it be the area? Because we don't have a specific.
Dang it! This was supposed to be easy.
It's supposed to be easy.
Oh,
Oh, dang it.
it was supposed to be, yeah, we got this, right? But it's not.
I was really excited for it to be like that. Okay, let's.
Both of these, okay, so on the example that we did, both of them were like less than. You know what I mean?
They were both less thans.
Yeah, like, so we selected the middle part and the left part.
Okay. Do you think we should do the same thing because it's a less than? Maybe we had a more than problem.
Oh, the 0.7 was,
Okay, wait. So for this one, it's between 0.60 and 0.70. Make sure your answer is positive. This is the probability that a randomly selected observation will lie between the two values. So it's between
oh my gosh, there's too much data. It's making my head hurt.
mine too. Holy crap. All right, let's go. Are we sure that we used the area and not the z-score?
So when you look at the example on the homework,
Yeah.
they used, so that's the z-score, and then this is the area. Yeah, they used the area.
Okay, so we are supposed to use the area.
Yeah.
So we subtract.
But what
So
do we use the area? Because the 0.6, we had two problems on the 0.6. Right?
Crap. Where did?
Oh, between the two shades. So we would do less than the point. I think we do less than the 0.7, and then maybe the greater than the 0.6 because because then it would meet, like, all the points would be in the middle and it'd be randomly between there.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Should we try that?
Let's try that.
Are those? But these are our. So do we use the 0.196 minus the 0.716, or do we have to do something different? Like, what are your thoughts on that?
So if we just use the ones between in the middle, it would be 0.609 for the z-score for 0.857. If we just use the shaded in the middle, the area is 0.609 rounded. Does that make sense?
Nothing makes sense. But say it again so I can try and.
Okay, so putting in the z-score of 0.857 and then shading just the middle, the area is 0.609 rounded.
Okay.
So would that be one of the ones that we used to subtract? And then if we change the z-score to 0.571, the middle changes and becomes 0.432. The area does. So we would subtract, so if we subtracted 609 from 432, we would get 0.609 minus point.
177.
Oh crap. 0.609 minus 0.432. Yes, 0.177. Does that sound right to you?
Nothing sounds right.
I agree.
Because we've already stayed up late enough
I know, like my brain hurts.
torturing ourselves.
Okay, at least we know the 35 and 80 percentile because it's 35% and 80%. But which one is it? Is it for this the six? Is it for the 6 point? Oh man, I'm losing it. Is it for the
Oh
6?
man, which one do we do it for?
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
Alexis.
Hi. I'm on a call with my Clipso. Shh. Oh man, chaos.
That's not chaos. You saw what happened in my house. Come
Yeah. Yours is cute little kids. Mine's a barking dog.
on.
Okay, maybe since the 0.70 came a little bit later, we should stick with the 0.60 because that's the one they gave us in the actual. Does that make sense?
What if we do I'm trying to so like I'm looking at the example just to kind of go off of something because I feel like I'm blankly looking at this like what the heck.
Yeah.
So for the question, wait, let me look it up here. Never mind, that'll confuse me. Okay. So for this one,
I'm just gonna try something real fast just to see how it comes out. I'm gonna put in the 0.857 for the z-score. I'm gonna type in 0.35 for the area. Oh, it changes the z-score anyway. The z-score is our answer. All we have to do is change the area.
okay, we put the area as 0.35.
Yeah. And then the z-score is our answer, and it comes out 0.45 something 0.454. Because the z-score was our answer in the example, wasn't it?
Yes, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, so that makes more sense then. You change the area.
See, that's what I did before, and I was like, that doesn't look right. And it was right.
We just have to trust ourselves. We're so tired that we don't trust ourselves right now.
Oh.
So it's 0.454. And then we do the same thing.
0.253.
I don't know, I haven't done it yet. Okay. And then for the z-score, did you get 1.282?
Let's see. For the 80%?
Uh-huh.
Not 0.253. What did I do wrong? I put in 0.80 for the area.
0.80. That's what I did too. Point.
Oh,
Oh wait, I never changed the thing back. Hang on. Man, I'm so tired. Okay. 0.857 is the z-score. Go up here and change this to 0.80. Came out the same. I still got 1.282.
weird.
How did you get your answer?
I don't know. I just typed it in and wait, is anything highlighted on your thing?
Yes. Oh my gosh, yes.
Are we supposed to have it highlighted on?
I don't know, because if we don't highlight anything, then there's no area.
Right. So what do we highlight?
Just the middle. I have no idea.
Uh,
Gosh. Frick.
okay.
All right, I don't like to give up, but my brain is mush. Do you want to just do the answer you got, and I'll do the answer I got, and we'll see if either one of us are right?
Do it.
All right, let's do it.
I'm seriously like, what?
Ah, yeah, my brain is mush. Okay, good news. We got a lot of these right.
My computer's taking forever. I submitted it and it's like, what?
Hey, we only got the last 3 wrong.
Dang it! I put 13 and 14 in wrong.
You did?
Yes, like we discussed it all that time and I put it in. Dang it. So you got 13 and 14 right, huh?
I did, yeah.
Dang it!
I'm sorry.
Oh, that's my fault. So I got 16, 17, and 18 wrong, and then I got 13 and 14 wrong. So I'm just going to email him and tell him.
Yeah, email him. Maybe we can figure out.
For 13, you put the 0.196, or what did you put for 13?
13 I had 0.196, and 14 I had 0.804.
See, I switched them.
Dang it, that sucks.
I'll just
They'll
email
probably
him.
let you change it, yeah.
And then
16, 17, and 18, I don't have a clue.
those were hopeless. Like, I don't even care about
Right? We'll just be done.
that. I care because, but,
Shh. I'll tell you in a minute.
okay. Okay, I'm just going to email him, and then I'll have my husband try and explain to me this 17 and 18.
I'll see if my dad can explain it. Maybe he knows and understands statistics.
Yeah. So maybe we can figure that out. Those are supposed to be easy, I think.
Yeah. All right, I will post this video on the group discussion.
You're awesome. I really do appreciate that you do that every time since I'm lame and can't figure it out.
I appreciate you taking the time to explain this crap to me, because
I
holy
didn't explain anything to you.
Oh, you did. You helped me understand stuff. You really did. I promise.
Oh, I'm lost. Okay, well, we'll have to pick this up. So next week, same thing, Tuesday, Thursday?
Yeah, Tuesday, Thursday, for sure.
Okay, sounds good. We'll do it.
All right. Talk to you later, Sheree.
Yeah.
Bye.